Stage 1 heaters closing out.
T-minus 7 minutes.
Stage 1 and Stage 2 heaters ending. Everything's going by the book and by the timeline. 6 minutes 44 seconds and counting.
Stage 2 heaters closing out. Vehicle switching to internal power. TVC bleed Stage 2 has started.
Both Falcon 9 stages will be switched to internal power. T-minus 6 minutes, 15 seconds and counting. Tanks on the ground being pressurized in preparation for the strong back retract. Controllers at
T-minus
the
6 minutes.
Hawthorne Mission Control Center. The SpaceX Mission Control
Tanks
Center in
pressing for
Hawthorne.
strong back retract.
Ready for flight.
Hydraulic cradle open sequence has started.
More ice raining down from the vehicle. Not a technical concern at all, as the strong back is being retracted.
RP1 bleed Stage 1 starting.
Coming up on T-minus 5 minutes and counting.
T-minus 5 minutes.
The strong back that provides connections for ground systems about to be retracted away from the Falcon 9 rocket.
RP1 bleed Stage 2 starting. TVC motions on Stage 2. Cradle's fully open, strong back is retracting.
Thrust vector control, motion on Stage 2 engine is occurring, and you can see that the strong back is retracting away from the Falcon 9 rocket as we approach the 4-minute mark. Everything remains go.
T-minus 4 minutes.
Stage 2 tanks venting. PNC confirms good Stage 2 TVC motion.
You can see the Stage 2 vent lines venting gaseous oxygen as expected. T-minus 3 minutes, 30
Strong back
seconds
fully
and
retracted.
counting. And the strong back has been fully retracted. Standing by for the flight termination system to transfer to internal power.
FTS is on internal power. FTS is armed.
And the flight termination system is armed. Approaching T-minus 3 minutes.
T-minus 3 minutes.
Lock load closeout starting. MVAC igniter purges.
At T-minus 2 minutes, 30 seconds, SpaceX launched her.
LD verify go for launch.
SpaceX Falcon 9 and Dragon are go for launch.
Ricky Lim
Stage 1
confirms
tanks pressing
go
for
for
flight.
launch.
Vehicle is
Standing-
in self-line.
Standing by for the range control officer to verify the range is go for launch.
Rock, verify range go.
This is the Rock, range green.
Copy.
Good news, the range is go, no technical issues, less than 2 minutes till launch.
Stage 1 helium fill closing out.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Vehicle self-alignment is complete.
Standing by for the flight computer to go to internal power. Approaching the 1 minute mark.
Vehicle is in auto idle.
T-minus 1 minute. BC and DC, verify F9 and Dragon are in startup.
F9 is in startup. Dragon is in startup.
Falcon 9 and Dragon in startup mode, ready for
Stage
launch.
2 tanks pressing for flight. The flight computer has control of the vehicle.
The water deluge system beginning to operate. 36 seconds away from launch.
T-minus 30.
At T-minus 3 seconds, the engine controller commands the engine ignition sequence to start.
T-minus 20. T-minus 15. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff. The Falcon soars from its perch toward the International Space Station, carrying Dragon and new science for the one-year crew. Seconds into flight, all systems are go for the Falcon 9. Approaching the 1 minute mark. One minute into flight. Standing by for the Falcon to go supersonic 1 minute 10 seconds after liftoff. And the Falcon 9 is supersonic. Falcon has now passed through the maximum dynamic pressure, max Q. The next major milestone, first stage engine shutdown, about 2 minutes and 38 seconds into flight.
MVAC is chilling in.
T plus 2 minutes. Altitude 32 kilometers. Speed 1 kilometer per second. Downrange distance 13.5 kilometers.
30 seconds from first stage engine cutoff. Standing by for main engine cutoff.
Miko 1.
Miko.
Stage separation confirmed. Good luck, stage 1.
See the stages separating.
And we have MVAC ignition.
Standing by. The single Merlin vacuum engine igniting on the
3
second
minutes,
stage.
altitude 86 kilometers, speed 1.9 kilometers per second, downrange distance 63 kilometers.
Standing by in 15 seconds for the Dragon's protective nose cone to jettison. Three minutes, 50 seconds into the flight of Falcon, carrying the Dragon spacecraft toward a rendezvous with the International Space Station on Friday morning.
Stage 2 propulsion still nominal. Stage 1 and Stage 2 power buses are nominal. Solid telemetry lock on both stages.
Acquisition of signal at Bermuda ground station. We have stage 1 boost back startup.
Four minutes, 40 seconds into flight. The SpaceX second stage engine continues to perform normally, taking the Falcon 9 and Dragon away from the limb of the Earth.
T plus 5 minutes, altitude 165 kilometers, speed 2.56 kilometers per second, downrange distance 221 kilometers. Vehicles following the nominal.
We have stage 1 boost back shutdown.
Five minutes, 30 seconds, mission elapsed time. Everything remains normal. About 4 minutes from...
Stage 2 propulsion still nominal.
About 4 minutes from second stage engine cutoff.
New Hampshire acquisition of signal.
Now processing the signal through a New Hampshire tracking site.
Stage 1 and Stage 2 power buses are nominal. Solid telemetry lock on both stages.
New Hampshire acquisition of signal.
Six minutes, 35 seconds after launch. Everything remains go.
Stage 1 entry burn has started.
Stage 2 propulsion still nominal.
Mission
Stage 1
elapsed
entry
time of
shutdown.
7 minutes.
Stage 1 FTS has been saved.
T plus 7 minutes, 30 seconds, altitude 205 kilometers, speed 4.4 kilometers per
Stage 2
second,
FTS
downrange
has been
distance
saved.
530 kilometers.
Seven minutes, 43 seconds into flight. Team of flight controllers at
Stage
the
1 is transonic.
SpaceX Mission Control Center in Hawthorne, California, following the flight. A little under 2 minutes away from second stage engine cutoff.
Stage 2 propulsion still nominal.
Stage 1 landing burn has started.
Eight minutes, 20 seconds into flight.
Flight at LOS.
Just under a minute away from second stage engine cutoff.
Second stage is in terminal guidance. T plus 9 minutes, altitude 208 kilometers, speed 6.5 kilometers per second, downrange distance 830 kilometers.
About 30 seconds away from second stage engine cutoff. Everything performing as planned on the second stage burn from the Falcon 9, delivering Dragon into space.
And we have SECO 1.
And we have second stage engine cutoff. Right by the clock.
Cape LOS.
Acquisition of signal in Newfoundland, Canada.
Standing by for Dragon separation in 10 seconds.
Dragon deploy confirmed.
And a great view of the Dragon spacecraft departing the Falcon 9 second stage on its way to the International Space Station with the solar array deploy upcoming in about 2 minutes. Live view from Mission Control Center in Houston, Texas, where flight controllers in the International Space Station Flight Control Room watching the progress of Dragon, flying on its own, beginning its rendezvous profile to the International Space Station with a grapple planned for Friday morning at 7 a.m. We're standing by for solar array deploy and confirmation of such. Once the solar arrays have deployed, the Dragon will begin a carefully choreographed series of Draco thruster firings to reach the space station Friday. Back looking at a live shot of Dragon. And the solar arrays are being deployed. After a picture-perfect liftoff from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida, the Falcon 9 rocket delivers its precious cargo of Dragon into space, and the twin solar arrays unfurling as planned. Lots of applause and hand-waving. A successful delivery of the Dragon spacecraft to space. Congratulations, the entire SpaceX team. The Falcon 9 rocket performed flawlessly. Dragon is on its way. The Dragon has spread its wings and is soaring toward the International Space Station. Dragon arrives in the vicinity on Friday morning. NASA television coverage will begin at 5 a.m. for an expected grapple at about 7 a.m. Eastern Time. You can follow the SpaceX CRS mission activities at www.nasa.gov/SpaceX. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will leave